Hey people, I am making this video to help you understand how to interpret your scores for your writing formative. If you watched the video about the learning checkpoint, it's going to be super similar. Something I do want to clarify is that these two assignments, because they're the new skills for this quarter, they will count for extra credit in your gradebook. So by doing them, you are boosting your third quarter grade. If you have questions about that, just let me know. Same setup as for the learning checkpoint and that we used to use all the time for our unit plan. You have these different categories. I recommend copying and pasting this into a running document. So every time you do an assignment and get feedback, you're filling it in just like we would in class if we were still physically in the same room. Or you can just add it to your notebook. So what I would like you to do is go into the gradebook and find these 3 different assignments. These are the 3 different rubric categories for the writing formative. First you have RL7, then you have RL9, and then you have W2. So go in, find your grades, and fill them into this column here. If it's a mastery score, great, you're done. If it's not a mastery score, then you should go back to your work, reread it, and then determine whether or not it meets the criteria and what's still missing. So for example, if I got an 85 for RL7, Romeo and Juliet writing formative, that means I have a mastery score, I'm done. If for RL9 I get a 4 at 100, that's a mastery score, I'm done. And then let's say for writing 2, you got a 65 in the gradebook. That is not a mastery score. So then if I got a 65 in the gradebook or a 50 in the gradebook, I'm going to go back and reread my 2 paragraphs that I wrote. And then I'm going to see, of these 4 criteria, which ones did I do and which ones did I not do. So maybe you wrote a claim, but maybe that claim didn't address both films and the cultural norm. Maybe it addressed both films and not the cultural norm. Or maybe it talked about the cultural norm, but didn't talk about the films. So just because you wrote a claim, that doesn't mean you met the criteria. So you need to make sure that you 100% did this one. Then, did I organize my response so that the reader can follow my thinking? Do I have 2 logical, organized paragraphs? Or did I just kind of write all over the place? So that's what that criteria means. And then I use transitions to link ideas. As you wrote, did you use transitions to move your reader through your writing? Did you say things like, my first example of this is blank, or another time when feuds happen in the film is blank? Using those transitions makes you have an organized and logical response. And then finally, did you use formal style? Remember, formal style is using third person, using all present tense, and using the type of words and phrases that an academic writer uses. So make sure that you've interpreted those gradebook scores just like we would in class, and these criteria should help you see if you need to redo something, what is it that you need to fix. I can definitely help you once you've done all of this on your own, but I can't really help you until you've determined what it is that you're missing. So take a look at this before you let me know what you need. That way we can communicate with each other clearly, and I can help you get started on any revisions that need to be done. Reach out with any questions. Have a great rest of your week.